everyone. I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna be getting better at this. Just pulling you guys closer and that. So, I would like to say I'm trying to get comfortable here. Okay, there we go. There. I'm trying to get comfortable here to talk. I am wearing a pair of jogging pants, but I'm wearing a blouse too at the same time. I'm just gonna fix this. Okay. I don't know if you can see me. Okay. Okay. There we go. So I'm already in 53 seconds into this. So if I don't, I'm just gonna delete half of that and then post it on my podcast. So yeah, I'm back. I told you guys that I'd be starting to do some episodes on Friday nights or Thursday or something like that. And yeah, so I'm here today. So before I start, please hit that subscribe button, notification button, and please listen to the previous last one about my goals in 2025 and what I've been up to. So I posted, I think, last week before New Year's to be able to talk about what's been going on. Like before Christmas, we lost our 6-year-old dog, our family's 6-year-old dog that actually passed away, got hit by a car. And then a couple, if you can hear that, it's just me cleaning my glasses. And then like, before that we lost Tiberius, before that we lost my dog Henry, and then before that we lost Watson, and then Bones, and then Rio and Ramsey. And those are how many dogs we've had. My dog was, if you can hear that, that's my son. He's being too loud for my opinion. So if you why is that dying really fast? One of my heads, my mic for my phone that I have here, for some reason is dying really fast. I don't know why, but that's okay. So there's some things I want to talk to you guys about. I have officially took the plunge this beginning of, I think it was before Christmas. I bought some resisting bands for my business, and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna buy 15 and 15 and 15 of each. So I got them in the mail this past weekend, and I did a video on it, and I promoting them. I put them on Poshmark, I put them on Instagram, and I've been haggling over the prices. I've been haggling over $70 for them or $60 for them. Once I sell these, like, I'm hoping that once I start selling these, I would be able to add more to the line that I want to do. These are not beige, gray, or whatever color I told you guys I wanted to go with. They're brown, and there's 3 that comes in a package. And I think that, it's a great opportunity to get one of them, and like just to get resisting bands so you can use them for yoga, Pilates. You can use them on anything you want. And that's, so when you think about it, like selling them for $70, like I paid $75 for them, for 30 of them when they were on sale. Now they're not. For 30 of them, it's gonna cost me more than I paid the last time. So getting somebody to pay $70 for resisting bands, I think it's not a bad price, but some people can't afford it. So I have to go over the price, like majorly over the price reductions or anything like that. I will be adding them to my website. I did take some pictures of them last night. If I can, I will post a picture right here so you can see them. But yeah, like, and then I'm looking into other resisting bands. I'm looking into buying the bags that I want to sell. Some of the bags I want to sell on my book on my business that I want to do is called Walk of Wellness, like we've been talking about. But I want to talk to you about the foundation that I want to make. It's called the Walk of Wellness Foundation. It's going to be part of the business, but it's not. It's not going to be in the line of the business of Walk of Wellness, which is the business too, but it's going to have the same name as the foundation. The foundation is all about helping people, helping the communities. The plan that I have is that I want to make this foundation being able to live off of being provided off of funding from the communities, from the people, doing fundraisers and things like that. And what I will do is I'm hoping once I start the foundation and maybe the business, if my fitness business goes off the deep, goes up and everything and people start buying from it, I want to be able to talk more about the foundation. I want to be able to, you know, start, again, like, even though the foundation will be just starting small, again, some motels involved to be able to put the homeless people up, because the homeless people really don't have any help, almost any help, because there's no funding for it. Like, I'm not going to talk about who's ripping it away, but that is what I want to do. And I'm hoping that once my business starts, selling things, and I start getting money into the bank, into my business account, I'm hoping that I will be able to do all of that. You know what I mean? Like, being able to pull certain companies in, like the hotels, like the restaurant, some of the restaurants who can feed the homeless because they need food. They need to survive like all of us do who have roof over our heads. Like shelters, getting more shelters, helping Ontario Housing get more units, and all of that. Like, I don't want this video being gagged or stop being, but I, I want to help these people who are losing the fundings, who's losing the opportunities to help people, and everything. And I'm thinking about starting with my hometown, Stratford, Ontario, where I'm from, starting with there, and then going from Stratford to, do all of Perth County first, and then do, let's say, Toronto and London or Oxford County, or certain kind of counties, and just slowly starting. And if my business does take off, I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to go into the city hall in Stratford, where I'm from, and say, hey, how much funding do you guys need to put people up for, let's say, 6 months in a motel? How much is it going to cost? How many people can you get? And, excuse me, and, I can give them that money, and then they can just take, they can pick people up off the street, put them in motels, and being able to fund it. I have seen what can happen to somebody when they're homeless. I've seen the capability, and I've seen the states that they live in, and it's ridiculous on what they live in. It's scary, because you don't know. You don't know when you're going to be homeless. You don't know when you're going to be living on the street or living in a motel or any of that, because you don't know when the rent's going to go up high. I live in Ontario Housing. I'm very grateful for it. Like, I'm very grateful in where I live. I'm very grateful that I have a roof over my head, that I'm able to pay my rent every month, that I'm able to pay. I just got to get my bills under control, like my cell phone bill and everything like that. I'm trying to get that under control. But that's the other thing I want to do with the foundation, is I want to help people get caught up on their bills, like people who are on ODSP, people who are on Ontario Works Welfare, having a bad time, if they're behind on their mortgages or things like that. I want to be able to help that, because like I've always been fortunate to have parents who have taken me in, who have, all of that. And so yeah, like, sorry, I just don't want my pants being shown. There we go. Like, I'm just saying, like, I want to be able to help these people, and being able to help all these people being, I would love to help them. I would love to give them a roof over their heads, and being able to help and give them the proper safety that they need, the safety net that they really need. Like, because a lot of people need it. A lot of people are on the streets. A lot of people are living on the streets, and we've seen how bad it can be. I just wish that, that people take responsibility for their actions and their responsibilities for it. And even though I want to make this foundation about that, and maybe one of these days give scholarships out to people, and make it $1 billion foundation that Canada can depend on, being there for the people of Canada, being there for the people of Ontario, people of all over the place, all over Canada. It doesn't matter who you are. And then what I'm hoping for, if this foundation goes big, having parties, having people come to the parties, doing silent auctions, all of that, and making the foundation really known and everything like that, is going to be one of the things that I would love to do. And I think that if I can start the foundation small, like it's like with my business, I'm starting it out of my home. I'm starting the business out of my home, and that is where I'm doing it. I am doing it alone. I don't have money, I don't have a lot of money, but I'm picking up the things I can sell, and I'm going to put them online. And if they don't sell, they don't sell, and that's the way I look at it. I'm not going to get my hopes up. And it's not an overnight process. It takes time. It takes advertising. It takes advertising your channel, talking about it. Like tomorrow I'm going to be advertising my fitness channel because I want people to know about what I'm doing. And I will be talking about the foundation on my actual other channel because it is my fitness channel and it is part of the foundation too. So, and the other thing is like just being able to help kids get to where they need to be, like sports, paying for sports games, paying for traveling, all of that, giving the kids the opportunities of going to other countries to live for a week for exchange students type of thing. That'd be fun to do. Like that'd be a lot of fun to have a foundation that concentrates around the kids, concentrates around the communities, and concentrates on what the Canadians really need. The other thing is I would love to have somebody on my podcast episode or sitting in my living room, because I do this podcast in my living room now. I'm hoping maybe, because I've said no all the time. Like I don't get paid for this. Like I do this on my free time. I do this to talk about mental health, but at the same time doing things that I'm passionate about. And I'm hoping that I can start, integrating people into all of this. So yeah, like I'm hoping it. I'm not saying it's going to happen. The other thing is that therapy is a bitch, like not a bitch, but a pain in the butt to pay for. It's expensive. My sister pays for it because she's in therapy. My mom pays for it because she's in therapy. I go through a company called Alley, like getting those people on board to be able to help, be in my foundation, being able to give kids therapy, what they need, when they need to talk to somebody and everything like that. Like that would be awesome to have a foundation like that. And it's going to be called Walk of Wellness Foundation. And, when people can't afford life, they can come there, they can enjoy. We'll put on parties, we'll put on Christmas parties and things like that, our annual parties. But the one thing that's going to be getting the money together to get the foundation going and getting it up and running. And I had an epiphany, that's why the foundation's happening, is because of that, because I was thinking about it and everything like that. And I was hoping that, I'm going to write out a plan. But if my business goes as planned, like I'm hoping it will, I'm hoping that I can be able to, incorporate all of that together. Sorry, I'm going to have to disconnect this mic that I have for my phone because for some reason, okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not on my phone, but we'll see once I put this up. I'm just going to put that in there. Like it should be charging. Oh, the box is not charging. Anyhow, but no, that's what I'm hoping to do is get I think it was taking out the charger way too fast. Like getting the foundation up and running, and that's one of the things I want to do is like getting it up, but at the same time getting my business up and running and being able to sell things and keep on selling things and being able to put money away in my business account and everything like that. That is one of the things I'm hoping that could happen. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it does, it does. But I will always have that mindset of that on my mind is the foundation that I want to make. So yeah, that's everything about the foundation I wanted to talk about. Now let's talk about other things. So my son starts college next week. On the 6th, but he goes on the 6th to go see the college, and I guess to get a tour and get everything dealt with. Then on the 12th, he actually starts college. And then my daughter goes back to school, I think Monday. She goes back to school, which is nice. And so she'll be at school. I have my niece heading down right now and my sister heading down right now because they're about to lose a cat, which is sad. We're just losing animals left and right. If you can hear that, that's my son screaming his head off at a show. He does that kind of stuff. But I really would love to next year, like this year, I would love to save up the money to go to Ireland with my daughter. My son wants to go to Japan, so he's going to do that trip. but I would love to go to Ireland because I've never been out of my country. I've never been anywhere. And saving the money up to go on a trip this summer or in the winter or maybe for New Year's would be nice. I know that there's been, like, I know that there's been a lot of trips happening and people have been traveling and things like that, which is fun. I love seeing vlogs and things like that. I have been doing a lot of shorts and reels about the about mental health and how I've been feeling lately. So yeah, that's been helping. I have a therapy appointment on the 15th, which is nice. The other thing is that Monday and Tuesday I have 2 appointments. I have appointment at the unemployment center to do matching employment to see if I can get a job, and then I have something on Tuesday to be able to get a bus pass on my bus pass, so that I can go and look for a job and things like that. So I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, that I get a job this January. And if I do, I'll still be doing my podcast, but I'll be working at the same time, bringing money in so I can support my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel, but plus my business. And then when my business gets up, then I can quit my job and being able to do that. But it'd be a blessing to get a job. You know what I mean? So, but it's taken a toll on my mental health too. It's not having the money, not having the job, not having any of that. Being able to save the money, because I have all these saving challenges, but I can't use them because of my income. Well, I shouldn't make that as an excuse. I should be able to do it, and without even blinking an eye, I should be able to do it. And I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not doing it. And the other thing is that I've been staying up all night, sleeping all day, and that is what I've been doing. And I shouldn't be doing that, because my plan this year is to get back on track, to get my life to back track, make this my year. Make this the year that my business goes up, I start my business, the year that I take control of my life back, the year that I be able to do things that I've always wanted to do. You know, start running, working out more, and things like that. I want to do all that stuff, and I'm hoping this year in 2026 will be the year. I even want to journal more, because I'm almost done this book, and I'm going to be done it probably in the next couple months. I take my time on writing. I've been writing in it since 2020 and writing about my thoughts and everything. It has everything in there from what my ex did and everything. And everything that has been going through my mind in the last couple months, it's in there. And just going back and reading that stuff, it's like going, I can't believe I went through that, but I'm here today, and I'm sitting here in front of you guys talking to you guys. And it's nice, you know? But when I was in my 4-year relationship that I was in, I felt trapped. I felt like I couldn't move, because he was a narcissist, he was abusive, he was all of that. Now, that's triggering. I'm sorry. I talk about this because I want to tell you on what I went through. And truth is I went through heck. I went through majorly hell. I chose a man over my kids there for a bit, and I should have chosen my kids, and I regret that. I listened more to him, and I didn't work on my YouTube channel like I was supposed to get my subscribers up, and I felt bad, like I wasn't producing stuff I needed to produce, but at the same time I'm not producing it now. Like I'm not doing what I said I was going to be doing. I'm supposed to be doing a video on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday is my podcast. I'm thinking about doing reels and shorts, like shorts on YouTube for all 3 of my channels, like for my book channel and this and my business channel. And the one I want to put these shorts on. And I'm supposed to be doing that, and I'm not doing it. But I'm doing a short right now for my Instagram, and then I'll put this on. I'm thinking I might put this on, an app. Aspen is meowing. That's Aspen. But I really don't know what to say. Like, I am the type of person who will say I will do something and I don't do it. I just don't, because I just don't want to, or I'm just not in the mood. And I need to get out of that mindset because, unfortunately not a lot of people have that mindset. Some people actually get up and do something, and me, I'm just a hypocrite and saying, oh, I'm going to do this, but I'm not really going to do this. You know what I mean? I do need to do it. Maybe it might actually help me come out of my comfort place, start meeting new friends, start meeting new people, get in a good crowd of people. that is the thing, right? That's what I want to do. I want to get in a good crowd of people. I want to get in a good crowd of so many things, and I want to be able to do all that at the same time. um Man, I would love to just be able to, holy crap, sorry, hey, it's 10 o'clock at night. That's when I'm doing my podcast. I would love to be able to sit there, like, be able to look at myself maybe 6 months down the road, watching these videos, watching these podcasts, and go, hey, I did that. I did a podcast episode every Friday or every other Friday. Oh, I did that. I kept on schedule, and I need to do that. I need to, when I say I'm going to do a vlog, or I'm going to do a video, or I'm going to do a sit down video, because I've been doing a lot of sit down videos for my fitness channel to be able to promote my business. And I'm going to be doing that tomorrow once I get some money. And that's the one thing, I'm going to be promoting this channel. I'm hoping that when I do, that people will go check out my stuff that I have for sale. But yeah, like, I really would love to, be able to get my business up off the ground. It would help my mental health, but at the same time, it'll help bring extra money in the house. But I know I would have to put money towards the things I need to buy to be able to sell more. So I would need to buy 2 more things when we buy the resisting bands, which would be like hopefully soon. I will have to buy the resisting bands and something else to go with the resisting bands to be able to sell 2 things at the same time. And I've been doing my research, and I think I'm gonna be doing resisting bands plus yoga bags. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking about doing. Sorry, my daughter came out of her room. They're supposed to be in bed, but that's what I've been thinking. Like, is doing that, is doing all of that, is being able to having the ability to, I don't know, like, being able to add 2 products to it for right now, resisting bands plus the bags, the yoga bags that I want to buy. But the best part about the yoga bags is that I can put my own logo on it. I can print it off, get a heat thing to put on it, right, and put my logo on it and sell it, and sell it at a good price, maybe selling the bags for like $50, and then putting the price down for the resisting bands to be, let's say, $45. Right now I have them at 70 and 60, but I know that's really right outrageous for money for everybody. But I just need to bring more product in, and that's the way to do it, I guess, to hire the payments and everything. The other thing is just getting the sales up, getting the sales going, and things like that, and checking my mental health. That is one of the things. I found some books on Temu that I want to get. They're for mental health, to help your mental health, to help your ADHD, to keep you on track, to keep you doing what you need to do, get you up and moving all the time. That is one of the things that I want to do, is just keeping my priorities where they need to be, and being able to get those priorities set in stone, because I really need to do that. I need to get a to-do list. I need to get all of that taken care of, because if I don't do a to-do list, and if I keep, not I think the one thing is that not do, like I'm doing now. Like, I can sit in front of a camera, talk to you with my mic here, and everything like that. But I think when it comes to it, the creativity that I have, the stuff, the ideas that go through my head of the videos I want to do, I think I'm too scared to do it. I watched this reel that Sophie Gruen Trudeau put up on Instagram, and it actually explained a lot on how creativity, you have the creativity, but you don't want to put it out there. You're too scared to put it out there. And I like what she said, like, because, don't be scared. Like, I don't know the whole thing because I haven't watched the reel in a while. But don't be scared to do it. Just do it. And if someone wants to respond badly to you, if someone says, hey, by the way, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, hey, you don't know what this or that, or this or that. Just do it and shut them up. Just, like, don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. And I've always said that to myself, but I've always put myself down too. But I think the major thing is that trying your best and just doing it. If nobody likes the video, if someone says to you, like I've had people say, oh, I love that saying. Thank you. That's something I needed to learn today, or something I needed to hear today. and that, and those comments, because I got them on my YouTube the one day from a video, from a reel that I put up, and it really touched me because a lot of people are like going through a lot of things like I am. And I love how someone said that depression doesn't stop, doesn't like stop. I think that's what they said. I'm not too sure. It was on a comment on my thing, and it actually, like, I think it's like, what is it? Depression doesn't like stop, you know. I think that's what it is, and I think that a lot of thing is that depression doesn't like stop. Depression doesn't like when people stop being depressed. It feeds off you. It feeds off everything, and I think that's the one thing that we need to realize is that depression is huge. It runs in a lot of people. It runs in a lot of mental health issues that a lot of people have. A lot of people are depressed. And I just found out somebody I went to school with years ago passed away. But he, I don't remember him, and that is sad because I should remember everybody I went to school with, you know what I mean? But I never hanged out with him. I never hanged out with him and his brother. And we just found out he passed away. So my prayers and thoughts are to his family. He lived in I think St. Thomas, and then he lived in Stratford. I'm not sure. He grew up in Stratford like I did. I think he was one of the ones that was unfortunate not to be able to get anywhere in Stratford. So, like I was. But yeah, like, I think the one thing that we can take by the experiences that we have in life is, okay, we've done that. We've made that mistake. We've done this. We've done that. So we can learn from our mistakes and teach our kids not to make the same mistakes, but we have to let them make mistakes, because if we don't, then how are they supposed to learn and how are they supposed to teach themselves, right? I just feel like, with my son Liam, my son who I have, my oldest boy, I'm not going to say his name, he's been through a lot. He's learned from his mistakes. He's learned from his the things that he has gone through and the things that everybody has gone through, but he's overcome it all, and he's going to college, and he's doing something with his life, and he's not allowing what he went through to define who he is or stop him by doing what he needs to do. And I'm just so really proud of that, because he's gotten his grade 12. Tell you the truth, everybody thought that he wouldn't get his grade 12 because he was going through a lot when we were living in Mitchell, and then he got his grade 12. He finished his high school, and now he's going to college. And he did that in the span of, oh my goodness, he finished it all through September to December, and he got it all done. And now he's setting off to go to college in Algonquin. And now he has plans to go to Japan for 2 weeks in the summer. And he has so many plans, and he's talked to me about it, and he's confided in me, and it's nice, when your kid actually confides in you, and your boy does, or when your daughter does. It's like they're telling you what they want to do for a living. They're telling you that they want to go do this, and they want to do that, and they want to be able to go live in a different country or go overseas and do things that I never got the chance to do. And they're inspiring me to be able to, like, go to Ireland and maybe live there for 6 months, and move me and my daughter there for 6 months and live there. And even if my business does go up, does exceed and everything, and take my business with me to Ireland and do it there, where my family's from, just stay there for 6 months, apply for a visa there for 6 months and see how I like it. If I don't like it, I can come home to Canada. But I'm like, my kids are very much inspiring me. Like, I got my grade 12 diploma because of them. Like, they were like, Mom, you need to get your grade 12 diploma. Like, Liam was about to be done school, and I got it before him. And it was like a relief, my kid's graduating from school. I already graduated, and it felt so good to be able to think, my son has gotten his grade 12. He's grade 12 graduate, and now my daughter just needs to get her grade 12, and she graduates in 3 years, people. 3 years. She's in grade 10. She'll be in grade 11 next year, and then grade 12. 2 years, 2 more years of school with her. And then she's going to go off to college and do something with her life. And my kids are going to go on and do something, and then I'm going to be doing what I want to do. And they always say travel your country before you travel other people's countries, but like living, I'll be right back, guys, because my memory stick is like full, so I'm just gonna pause this. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I was talking about my kids, and I know I was. Okay, so like I said, my kids are really inspiring me. It's working. My kids are really inspiring me to. Oh my goodness, this didn't press. Just, I don't know why this is happening to me tonight. Okay, just hold a second. Okay, it's on. I'm recording on my camera. My camera wasn't working for me, guys. Like, I think that, going to Ireland to live for maybe 6 months will be good for me, will be amazing for me. And I think it will be a very good experience for me. But like I was saying, like, touring your own country will be even better. But doing it at my daughter's age, I think will be, I think that would be awesome for her to experience living overseas and being able to go to a different school, maybe in a different country for 6 months, and then come back and go to school here. And she'd be able to talk about the experience. She'll be able to tell her friends, like, hey, I went to Ireland and I went to school there and I got to experience their education system and I got to experience this, I got to experience that. Just by talking about it, it makes me excited. It makes me want to do it. It makes me want to get out there and being able to do it. And that's the one thing I want to do, is being able to stop it, guys. It's my cats. But just being able to get out there and do it. But yeah, like, I got my grade 12, my son got his, and that's the way things are. Like, I think that if you tell your kids to do anything, and then you tell them, no, don't go to college, take a year off, they'll do the opposite. They'll go to college. And that is one of the things I'm very proud of, is that Liam decided to go to college. And I just said his name, sorry. And then, my daughter, she wants to go to college to be an astrophysics, or she has so many different things she wants to do. It's unbelievable. And now when she turns 16, she has plans to get a job, which is amazing. These kids, like, I think I did good with them when I raised them, but sometimes they have their bad days and they have their good days. So yeah. Which is funny. But they never had a childhood like I did. They never had a childhood where they didn't know where they were going, or they didn't know, because I wouldn't let them have a childhood like that. I wouldn't allow them to. Like, I wouldn't allow a teacher to put my son down and tell him that he couldn't do anything. I wouldn't allow them to define who he is because he had disabilities. I wouldn't let them define him at all. Like, they labeled him in the system, in the schools, but he's defined the whole moments of it. He's defined on who he is. He's going to become a cop. He's going to do criminology. He's going to do all of that, and I know he's going to be an amazing police officer. And if you go back on this episode, sorry about that, that's my TV. If you go back on that episode where I say this, when he is older, and I say, hey, by the way, my son's a cop, it's going to be funny, because you'll probably say, yeah, you said that like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. So yeah, like, being able to sit back and listen to these videos and listen to everything. Yeah, like, I'm hoping that I get a job soon. Being able to support my family. Sorry. Being able to support my family and everything is going to be one of the things that I want to do. Is supporting them and being able to continue doing this, and maybe one of these days start making money off it and get sponsorships and all of that. That would be fun. I would love to have a sponsorship with a fitness program or something like that. I would love to even I don't know, healthy foods, like, there's so many things I would love to have PR for. And even makeup, learning how to put makeup on, learning how to dress properly. Like, I'm trying to dress properly. Sorry, my shirt just keeps riding up on me. So there. But yeah, just being able to just do all that stuff, and doing a 1 hour podcast would be nice without my son, but my son's gonna be in school when I do this on Friday, so that's even better. So when I will be doing my podcast, this is probably every other Friday or every Friday, because I have a lot to talk about the business and talk about my mental health. That's the other thing. Being able to write things down is going to be the other thing. My New Year's goal is to get more subscribers, being able to be monetized on YouTube, being able to do all that stuff, and not have to worry. But the other thing I've been the other thing I've been doing is diamond art. I've been doing a lot of diamond art. Hey, Aspen. I've been doing a lot of diamond art lately. And I've been, oh, wait, the cat's weird. Hey. Sorry. I'm calling my cat. So if you see him up here, I'll show you him. Come here. Aspen. But anyhow, I'm just rubbing the couch for him because he likes that. He likes that, he likes when you rub the couch for him because he'll jump up on it sometimes, but he's not tonight because he knows I want to cuddle with him or something like that. Come on. But yeah, like, I think that a lot of things I want to do, and that's one of them. But the other thing I would love to do is, is to meet somebody and settle down and be happy and and be happy and travel with the person and just after my kids leave the house, being able to just to communicate, and that would be one of the things I would love to do. And that, so I will hopefully be able to have that one of these days. The other thing I would love to do this year is be a guest on someone's podcast, just go and sit down with them and talk to them about things that are bugging me or things that are bugging them, just be a guest on their podcast. So yeah, I would love that. And I keep saying that, then I decline people, and I think I need to take the plunge. I think I need to take the plunge and just go onto someone's podcast without blinking an eye and just do it and see how it is, see how bad it. I'm not a mental health advocate. I'm not a professional. I'm not any of that. I just talk about everyday lives that I go through, the struggles and the strengths. And I do struggle every single day with things, and I struggle every single day with life, and like everybody else does. I'm just like everyone else. I try to get better. I try to do things that are better for myself, that I think it's going to be better for me and my family. And if it's, sorry, I'm going to get off soon. I might do a 40-minute podcast tonight, and then do a 50-minute one, like an hour. Try to do an hour one during the day. But yeah, like, just so much stuff to talk about, and not enough time to do it. I feel like, if you're gonna be trying to open a business, trying to control your mental health, trying to help other people, and doing your own thing is good. But I am very passionate about a lot of things that I want to talk about, and I do get really deeply into the conversation, and I know I can go on and on and on and on about things, and I know I can be annoying at times. But I just think that, talking about it helps you. It helps the way you want to talk. You shouldn't have to be quiet. You shouldn't have to stay quiet just because someone doesn't like hearing your voice, or somebody just doesn't like hearing you altogether. You know what I mean? Like, don't stop talking. Keep talking. That's the only way to get your voice heard. Is just keep talking and talking and talking and talking, and don't let that person tell you what you can and cannot do. If they're telling you to be quiet, if they're telling you that you're annoying, if they're telling you that you are, just look at them and go, whatever, I'm going to keep speaking. I'm just going to speak my mind. I'm going to keep speaking up. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing that. And that is the major thing, is speaking up, letting your voice be heard is one of the things that scares people. And I think that's scary, that it actually scares people because they think that things are going to come back and fire on them. And that's their problem, not yours. If they've done something in the past and they know that they know that it was wrong at the time, and it's going to come back and fire on them, let them learn from it. Don't try to protect them. Don't try to, that's my daughter's cat. Don't try to protect them. Don't try to do any of that stuff, because it's just going to get you into trouble. Stop protecting the person you're trying to protect, because if you do, that person will take it for granted, and then the next person will take it for granted, and the next person, the next person. And I feel like, the one thing I really like about this whole thing is that if you let someone take you for granted, that means you're going to let everybody else around you to take you for granted. And me, I say I have to start saying no to everything. I got to say no to people. I got to say no, I can't do this, or I can't do that. I got to say no. Because if I don't say no and I keep saying yes, or I keep saying whatever, okay, whatever, what type of thing, I'm never going to get anywhere in life. So yeah, like, just trying my best to be able to say no, I'm not doing that. I don't feel safe doing that. I don't feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable. Like, this past weekend, I felt uncomfortable about something, and I told that person that. I go, look, please stop speaking like that. You're making me feel uncomfortable. Please stop it. And I had to tell that person 3 times. But then they finally said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk like that. And they apologized. And I accepted their apology. But the fact that they were talking like that, it's not right. And I'm not going to say anything about it. That's all I'm going to say. But I just asked them to stop, and they stopped. So yeah, like, if someone's not going to stop talking, just say, hey, you're making me feel uncomfortable. I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to talk about it. I'm used to that word because my sister and my other sister like to use it with me, and so does my mom. And I feel like, okay, you don't want to talk about it? Fine. Whatever. I'm just gonna go up to my room and do my thing, or I'm gonna go out and do my thing, When I was living at home, I would do that, and I would have my mic. I didn't have this kind of setup when I was living at home, so it's nice to have a setup in my living room. But yeah, like, it's kind of awesome. So yeah, it's gonna be okay. I think. I'm hoping. Got my fingers crossed. Sorry, I'm yawning a lot. But the one thing I want to take from this, I want you guys to take from this episode, is that it's not too late to do anything in life. Don't stop living for nobody. If someone is telling you not to do something, tell them to get out of my life. Or tell them, nope, I'm doing it because I want to do it. Or if you want to go back to school, go back to school. If you want to get married, get married. If you want to date somebody, date somebody. Don't let that person tell you just because they don't like them that you shouldn't date them. And that is the thing. A lot of people feel that, if you're going to date, a lot of people don't like the people you date. Your family's not going to like everybody you date. I've gone through that. My family doesn't like anybody I date sometimes because they think the guy's not worth it, or they're idiots. But I don't let that stop me by dating but at the same time, I wish I listened to them when it came to my previous ex, because when my previous ex, you know what I mean? The other thing is that my ex came down this past weekend, and I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to that, because I allowed him to sleep in my bed even though I'm not attracted to him. I allowed him to, sleep next to me, and we did something that the two adults do. I don't want to say it on the podcast. We had, and tell you the truth, I didn't want to do it. There was no connection. Like, I did it anyways, because everybody needs sex. But don't. Sorry for saying that. But don't do it if you don't want to do it. Say no. You know what I mean? But to admit the truth, there was no feelings there. There was no connection there. I didn't feel a connection with him. I didn't feel like he got mad at me because I wouldn't do something to him sexually. And I'm like, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in doing that to you. So don't push me into something I don't want to do. And he got mad because of it. And it's like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? You're going to get mad at me because I don't want to do something to you? And because I don't like it, you're going to get mad at me. So, when it comes to anybody in bed with you and they're pushing you into doing something you don't want to do, don't do it. To say, no, I'm not interested. And if they're going to pout and everything like that, they're not fucking worth it. That's all to it. In my opinion, they're not. If they're going to get upset because you don't want to do a sexual act with them and they want to do it, don't let them make you cave. Because I caved to have sex with him. I shouldn't be. Intercourse with them. That's better. Intercourse. And that is all to it. And I should not have caved. And I did cave. And, a lot of people say, well, you wanted it. That's why you cave. No, not I. I'm not. I'm not attracted to my ex anymore, and I could tell you that right now because my heart doesn't throb. I don't have butterflies. I don't have any of that. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to him, and it's kind of hard realizing that this guy was with 18 years ago when my kid was small. I used to have butterflies in my stomach. I used to have all of that, and now I don't. I just don't. And it's like, is that wrong for sleeping with a guy that you don't have feelings for anymore? Is it wrong that you allow him to come stay with you and because you don't have feelings for him anymore? Like, I really don't know. Like, maybe you guys can tell me, is it wrong of me to do all that stuff? Because I feel like I'm just playing mind games with him, and I don't want to do that to him. I don't want to play mind games with him, but at the same time, I try to be truthful. I try to be honest with him, and he doesn't like it. He really doesn't like it. Now, if you see me not looking at the camera, it's because I'm looking at my phone too. Just wanted to let you know. But like I said, like, I don't know what to do because like I feel like it's like I feel like that if I don't give him what he wants, he's going to get mad and upset. And if I do give him what he wants, he's not satisfied with it. Or is he satisfied with it? That is a major question I have for people. It's like when you are with your exes and your ex is still interested in you, or if he's like, having a midlife crisis and he wants to get back together and things like that, do you have sex with them? Do you have intercourse with them just to make them happy? Because I feel like I just do the stuff with him to make him happy because I don't want to see him upset. And that's wrong. That's really wrong of me. And I shouldn't be doing that. And I should really be owing up to it because of the fact of that. And I'm not. And I just want to say I'm sorry if I did that, if I did it wrong. But I shouldn't have to, stop looking for somebody because, and I really want to be in a relationship with another guy. I would love to be in a relationship with another guy and that, but I don't know how to be up and I don't know how to confront him. Like I have confronted him and said, no, I don't want a relationship. No, I'm not interested in a relationship right now. No, I don't want this. I don't want that. And he gets upset. He gets pissed off. And he's like, well, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested. And I have to come up with some stupid excuse not to be with him and not to tell him to back off. Like I can seriously just be like, no, I don't want to be with you. Please leave me alone. But he didn't want to sleep on the couch, so I let him sleep in my room, and I should have slept on the couch. Like seriously, I should have, and I didn't. And I slept in my own bed, which I should be allowed to. But at the same time, I think I need to figure this out because I'm hoping next time he comes down, I am working. I'm hoping to be working full time or something like that, and being able to just to get out of the house and away from him. So I got my fingers crossed for that, but at the same time I'm working so I can get a car and keep doing my business and everything like that. So I have a t-shirt underneath, guys. So but yeah, like I feel like maybe I was in the wrong or maybe I wasn't. Please tell me if I was. I am not sexually attracted to him. I'm not interested in him at all. And that's all to it. I don't have feelings for him, and I found that out this past week, the couple days, like he came before New Year's. He was down from Friday to Sunday, and I just don't want to be with him. I'm not in love with him anymore. I don't feel that connection with him anymore. I don't feel any of that anymore, and that's because I outgrew him. And like I outgrew my ex Stan. I outgrew him. If I was to ever see him again, I probably wouldn't even get my stomach wouldn't be in flirtation, or my mind wouldn't be going all over the place, I think. So yeah, like I don't want to be with him, and I've told him this so many times. So what is it that you do with your ex, like your ex-husband or your ex-boyfriend or the father of your children? Like how do you react to it? Because when I was living with my parents, he wasn't able to stay overnight, he wasn't able to sleep over or any of that. He was trying to get back together with me the whole time, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I really just don't know. Can you comment on that and tell me how you would react? How would you deal with someone like that? Because I'm not attracted to him. And I'm not. But anyhow, I'm going to make this a 50-minute podcast, and I'm going to let you guys go. Because I'm tired and I really want to go to bed, and I'm going to get this video up tomorrow and being able to do that, okay? Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.